Are Myrtle Beach oceanfront condos a scam here in 2024? Well, no, they're not a scam, but yes, scams have happened right here in the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina market. And in this video, I want to get you up to speed and tell you a little bit about the scams that you need to watch out for. That way you don't fall prey or victim to making a false or phony investment. Now, what I'm referring to is the coastal real estate investment fraud back from 2006 to 2009, right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's one of the more notorious cases in our region. Now, this scam involved a network of real estate developers. It also had mortgage brokers and appraisers who worked together to defraud investors by selling overvalued properties. Now, I'm going to get into more of those details later on in the video, but for now, I want to tell you about 7 different scams that you need to watch out for. Now, if you stay tuned until the end, I'm going to take you inside of 2 oceanfront condos right here at Beach Life Resort. Now, that's formerly the Sea Mist Resort, and in my opinion, these units can bring in as much as $33,000 a year in gross rental income. We're going to look through the numbers. We'll talk all about the expenses and the profit that they generate for both a cash deal and a financing deal. Additionally, we'll walk through some of the on-site amenities. We'll talk about depreciating those units to reduce your overall tax burden. And we'll also look at how much they have historically appreciated just in the last 10 years, which you want to see that number because they have appreciated very well. Anyways, let's get into the rest of the video. Now, I don't know anywhere that you can buy an oceanfront condo for around $100,000 and clear $10,000 in profit using financing. But you can, in my opinion, right here at the Sea Mist Resort. Stay tuned because in the rest of the video...
And I agree with her. You know, I'm originally in Northern Virginia. I bought a place here last year. Oh, really? Okay. I like it. I got the oceanfront, so the director of Oceanfront, and he spoke about the owner, Gary. He's actually my property manager who, you know, basically rents the unit when I'm not here. So it's been a blessing.
Let's get in unit 2501. As soon as you walk in, nice closet immediately to your left. Beautiful LVP flooring, as you can see. Refrigerator immediately to the right. You're only writing 1 check a month, which saves you time. Anyways, projected profit at $33,000 gross rental income is $10,217.45. The Sea Mist does have those unicorn units that you can do financing on and still generate a profit. Now, here are a few shocking statistics and scams that you want to be on the lookout for when investing in real estate. Now, there's real estate wire fraud. According to the FBI, we're talking as much as a 13% increase in real estate wire fraud just in 2020, with losses exceeding $213 million. Now, this type of fraud, it involves scammers intercepting and altering wire transfer instructions to divert funds to their accounts. Guys, as with all of my clients, I tell you guys, if I do not introduce the person that is speaking to you on the phone, if we're doing a deal together, someone calls you and I have not said, Melissa from Tide Law Firm is going to call you, or, you know, Jennifer from Jackson Miller Law Firm is going to call you, or their paralegal is such and such, or my transaction coordinator is Rose Bain, do not share any of your contact information with someone that you have not been directly introduced to by your real estate broker. It's an easy safeguard to keep you away from being scammed. Now, rental scams is probably one that you are already familiar with. Basically, guys, the Federal Trade Commission, that's the FTC, reported in 2019 that rental scams cost Americans roughly $37 million. You don't want to be one of those people. These scams often involve fake rental listings, basically designed to steal your deposit money from a prospective tenant. Let's say you're hopping on Airbnb, you're hopping on a major website, you're looking to book a vacation, you pay a deposit, and then you log back in and that listing's no longer online. You don't want to fall prey to that, guys. Now, this is one that we have seen in our market. It generally happens, in my opinion, with like vacant land lots, but it is title fraud. So what happens is scammers forge documents to transfer the property ownership without the owner's knowledge. Now, it's estimated that it causes losses of millions of dollars annually. And the FBI does note that this type of fraud is particularly damaging because it can take years for homeowners to detect and resolve. So you do have to watch out for, somebody calling you. As an agent, I have to watch out for somebody picking up the phone, calling me, saying that they want to sell a property, and sure enough, they don't actually own it, or they've fraudulently taken ownership of it. It is something that we have to be on guard against, and it's something that we have to look out for when we're listing and getting properties sold for you. Stay tuned, because in the rest of the video, this scam involved a network of real estate developers, mortgage brokers. It also had appraisers who worked together to defraud investors by selling overvalued properties. So it does provide extra room for sleeping guests. Beautiful artwork, nice flat screen TV, and your moneymaker is the balcony. As you can see here, HVAC system. Now our next one is phishing attacks, and basically 25% of all phishing attacks are targeted at the real estate industry. This is where cyber criminals are trying to get you to share sensitive information that you don't want them to have. Your best defense here, again, is most likely going to be making sure that you are working within the context of a well-polished network, a group or team of real estate professionals that regularly work together. They're going to have systems and protocols in place, introducing you from one person to the next person on the team of professionals that you'll be working with, to ensure that if anyone shows up randomly you really haven't been introduced to or haven't been directly connected to, you'll recognize it immediately and obviously not share that sensitive information. Our next one is mortgage fraud, guys. It is on the rise. According to CoreLogic, mortgage fraud risk increased by 11.4% in 2020. This includes various types of fraud, such as income falsification and identity theft, which can lead to significant financial losses both for lenders and homeowners. You don't want somebody buying a property with your information. Fake listings and bogus land sales. Guys, reports indicate that up to 10% of online real estate listings are fraudulent. Scammers create fake listings to collect personal information and deposits from unsuspecting buyers. Don't fall into that category. You can always confirm, you can always reach out to the agent's office, you can always reach out to the agent's broker in charge, that can confirm the identity of the person selling that property. Now, there are also foreclosure scams. You got to watch out for those as well. They do impact owners. And finally, there are investment scams, which we're going to get into an investment scam, like I mentioned early on in the video, as we keep going. But as we keep moving forward, I want to talk to you just a little bit more about Oceanfront Condos. I want to talk to you about the power of what they can do for you. And let's jump into the numbers. I believe you should invest in Oceanfront Condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because this is the fastest growing area out of the 150 most populated areas in the entire United States for the last 3 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. This helps to insulate our market from many of the ups and downs that the rest of our nation's real estate market experiences. This can help you have a more stable rental property. I believe you should invest in Oceanfront Condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because they have a tremendous upside when compared to money market accounts and the stock market, due to the appreciation they earn and the potential of higher annual yields through their gross rental income when compared to these other investments. Money market accounts and the stock market don't have the upside of added appreciation. I believe you should invest in Oceanfront Condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because while our prices have risen and have held their value, we're also much cheaper than other places like Florida. Where else can you go and find an oceanfront condo for as little as $100,000? If you're getting into the real estate game or expanding your current portfolio, the bang for your buck is sitting right on the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina oceanfront. 2-bedroom oceanfront condos are what I recommend to all first-time investors in our market. It sets you up in an excellent position to get your toes wet and for you to learn the oceanfront condo game. Essentially, I ran numbers on the past decade worth of different unit types, bedroom types in our market. Efficiencies, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms. I ran the resellability numbers. Of all the years I pulled, only 2-bedroom oceanfront condos and 1-bedroom oceanfront condos showed no losses. In other words, if you got into a pinch or invested in an oceanfront condo and found out that it wasn't for you, a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom is the way to go. But I took that a little bit further and I analyzed appreciation. Over the past decade, 2-bedroom units appreciated significantly more than 1-bedroom units. Those 2-bedroom units are the way to go when you're first testing your feet out in our market. They have the best appreciation and the best resellability, putting you in the best position in case it doesn't work out well for you. Stay tuned, because in the rest of the video, see everything over here. Everything that you see back behind me over there, all that's sea mist.
Yeah.
Even across the street over there. That's all sea mist. Now, back on this side,
it's all beach life resort, and what makes it a little different is you enter through an elevator with security. And one thing about security is
24/7.
24/7.
all right, we're at the sea mist unit 2204. As you'll see, a nice modern closet, beautiful LVP flooring as soon as you come in. Let's dive in just a little bit deeper into the allure of oceanfront condos. Let's start with annual profits. If you don't believe me, you got to talk to Matt Freeze. Check out his videos on the channel. He owns 12 oceanfront condos. 8 of his oceanfront condos for the past 8 years have generated him between $15,000 and $30,000 a year in annual profits. Guys, on average, that's $22,500 a year per unit in profit. Over the last 8 years, he's brought in a whopping $1.4 million in profit from 8 oceanfront condo units. If you don't believe me, check out the videos and hear the words right out of his mouth. Now, I do want to jump into some of the numbers for these type or similar type units right here at the Sea Mist Resort. As you know, in this video, we are going to be walking through unit 204 and as well 2501. The numbers on these units are relatively identical, in my opinion. I have you at a price range of $132,500. That is basically the list price of this property. We have you at a gross rental income of $33,000 for the year. Now, a property management fee of 10% puts you at $3,300 that you'd have to pay out to a company like Evolve to manage these units for you, bringing you to a subtotal of $29,700 after you've paid for your 10% property management fees. Now, I recommend a company like Evolve. Evolve does put you on all the major marketing channels. They also coordinate with your cleaner for only 10%. You can self-manage if that is at all an option for you. I highly recommend self-managing the property. Airbnb only charges you 3% to put it on there. You can make some substantial, you can put some extra cash in your pocket really fast and really easy if you self-manage. Now, taxes for this unit, that was 2501, were $942.55. Obviously, not very expensive. A lot of people are excited about our taxes in our market. Cleaning services, $3,240. That's based on 27 cleanings at $120 a cleaning. And then your annualized HOA dues, that means your HOA fees for the entire year, $6,360. That's $530 a month. It does include electricity in the unit and internet. It also includes pest control and HO6 insurance, which is phenomenal. I mean, these oceanfront condos at the Sea Mist are in my opinion, they're some of the best value in our market financially. Now, that brings you to a subtotal of $10,542.55. Again, at your projected profitability, if you minus from your, if you minus from the subtotal of $29,700, you minus your $10,542.55, it brings you to a projected profitability at that $33,000 worth of gross rental income of $19,157.45. Now, that is not financing, that is a cash scenario where you're paying cash for this unit. In my opinion, it is an excellent deal. It is a 25% cash on cash return. You want to put $132,000 in this unit, it seems to me like you can pull in around $19,000 in profit. Now, we're going to run that same scenario using financing. So let's say you don't have $132,500 sitting around, but you do have 25% of it. Well, in that case, your down payment runs $33,125. They are going to expect you to put around 25% down, the bank is, for giving you a loan. Your GRE, again, I've got you estimated at $33,000 gross rental income. Your property management fee, 10%, again, using a company like Evolve. Your subtotal, again, is $29,700. Now, your principal and interest is based on 30 years at an 8.24% interest rate. That brings you to a whopping $8,940. Now, taxes, again, I kept them. They were the 2023 taxes was $942.55. Cleaning services, again, at $3,240. That's $120 a cleaning for 27 cleanings. And then your HOA dues were $6,360. That is, again, at $530 a month. Electricity and internet and pest control is included along with HO6 in that number. And when you buy a unit that has electricity and all the great features included in the HOA, you're only writing one check a month, which saves you time. Anyways, projected profit at $33,000 gross rental income is $10,217.45. The CMIST does have those unicorn units that you can do financing on and still generate a profit. Now, it's important to say that the $33,000 gross rental income number I gave you is from a former client that does own here at the CMIST. She uses vacation packages to increase the amount of gross rental income that she brings in for her units. It's a nice way to supplement the income that she's bringing in. I have spoken to an owner that owns here, and he has 2 units here. He lives in one and owns in another. He brought in $28,000 in gross rental income last year, and he was aiming for 30 this year. But using vacation packages for the renters and the guests that rent your unit is an excellent way to increase the gross rental income and a very viable strategy. Now, you can set up a website, you can set up a blog, you can advertise it, you can run Facebook ads, but it's pretty simple, guys. You have a $500 vacation package, a $1,000 vacation package, and a $1,500 vacation package. You very, very simply, guys, you coordinate with your cleaner. You know, maybe you do rose petals on the bed, a gift for her, a gift for him, you know, dinner for 2 in one package. And maybe you do it, you know, obviously you add a lot more incentive in the $1,000 package, maybe tickets to the country music festival, or, you know, you include shows like Medieval Times or Pirates Voyage, local attractions that you've already pre-purchased everything. You simply coordinate with your cleaner. You pay her an extra fee, have her purchase all the tickets for you, and leave everything in the room, just as your guest requested when they opted to buy a vacation package with you. Simple and easy, but an excellent way to increase your gross rental income on these units. Now, let's talk through depreciating your unit. Now, assuming that the appraised value is the same thing as the purchase price, we're going to stick with the $132,500 for unit 204 and also unit 2501. Basically, you take that $132,500, you divide it by 27.5, and the government allows you to depreciate this unit as much as $4,818.18. So, guys, you can reduce your overall tax burden. You're making money, but you're reducing your overall tax burden on this property by depreciation. Additionally, some of the other great benefits are you can save money on your vacation stay. Essentially, you've got between 20 and 22 million visitors that visit our market each year. and they're going to be staying in your unit, hopefully. Well, they're paying for your unit. That means that you can still book it, you can still use it, you can still bring your family, and guess what? If you've brought in enough profit, like I believe you can, like other investors do, then your unit's paid for and your vacation expense for hotel stay is significantly reduced. All right, now let's not forget the value of appreciation, because these units appreciated. In the past decade, back in 2014, I pulled these numbers. The average oceanfront unit sold at the CMIST for $55,412. In 2024, that same average oceanfront unit right here at the CMIST sold for a whopping $108,500. Guys, that's a difference of as much as $53,088. That's a 96% increase in appreciated value right here at the CMIST Resort. It's an excellent way to build a nice little nest egg. Let's get in unit 2501. As soon as you walk in, nice closet immediately to your left. Beautiful LVP flooring, as you can see. Refrigerator immediately to the right. Your restroom here. Tile. Nice granite countertops. Tub shower combo, as you can see. Nice light fixtures, beautiful. Now this is double beds again. In my opinion, a beautiful little kitchen here. Flat top, as you can see. Soft closed cabinets. Super cool. Microwave, stove, refrigerator, double beds. Nice flat top. Television, flat screen, beautiful artwork. Everything updated, and of course that gorgeous view. HVAC in the corner there. As you can see, it's been updated well. Looks nice. Beautiful artwork here. And then let's get out and take a look at that view. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what you're paying for. That's the moneymaker right there, guys. The direct oceanfront sand and that beach, that sand and ocean right in front of you, as you can see. Again, this one sleeps doubles. Oh, and don't miss the table. This little table could also be used maybe as a desk. That wraps it up for 2501. Stay tuned, because in the rest of the video, everything over here. Everything that you see back behind me over there, all that's CMIST.
Yeah.
Even across the street over there.
It's all CMIST.
That's all CMIST. Now, back on this side,
it's all beach life resort, and what makes it a little different is you enter through an elevator with security. And one thing about security is 24/7.
All right, we're at the CMIST unit 2204. As you'll see, a nice modern closet, beautiful LVP flooring as soon as you come in. I believe you should invest in Oceanfront Condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can enjoy and increase the passive income of your oceanfront condo through the 20 to 22 million tourists that visit the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast each year. Not only can you enjoy the equity paid for by visiting tourists, but you can also anticipate the over 100% appreciation experience at many of the oceanfront resorts in our market during the recent decade. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can depreciate them, reducing your overall tax burden, keeping more money for you and your loved ones, and ensuring unnecessary taxes aren't paid. Now on to the moment you've been waiting for. Let's talk about the coastal real estate investment fraud back from 2006, 2009 in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That way that you can be equipped to know a little bit about what's happened in our market and stay up to date on, keeping yourself protected from any kind of scam when it comes to oceanfront condos. Now, this is one, again, of the most notorious cases, or the more notorious cases in our region. This scam involved a network of real estate developers, mortgage brokers. It also had appraisers who worked together to defraud investors by selling overvalued properties. Now, here are some specific details about the case. The key players, real estate developers. These individuals were responsible for creating and marketing the condominium projects. They played a central role in promoting the properties as highly profitable investments. Now, mortgage brokers were also in on it. These brokers facilitated the financing for the investors, often through fraudulent means. Now, they manipulated loan documents and basically worked with appraisers to ensure that the properties were overvalued. And finally, we have appraisers. Complicit appraisers inflated the values of the properties, making them appear to be worth much more than their actual market value. Now, here's what happened. The inflated appraisals. Now, the appraisers involved in the scheme provided inflated property valuations, which were significantly higher than the true market value. This made the property seem like lucrative investments. Next, we have false promises, guys. The developers and the brokers made false promises about the potential returns on the investments, assuring investors that the value of the condos would continue to rise. Falsified loan documents. Mortgage brokers falsified income and asset information on loan applications to ensure that investors could qualify for larger loans than they could realistically afford. And then finally, you had high-pressured sales. Now, these investors were subjected to high-pressured sales tactics, encouraging them to act quickly to secure their investments before the supposed opportunity was lost. Now, here's what happened. Here's the impact. Financial losses. When the real estate market collapsed, the true value of the properties was revealed, leaving investors with condos worth far less than the purchase price. Now, many investors defaulted on their loans, resulting in significant financial losses. Foreclosures. The overvalued properties led to a wave of foreclosures as investors were unable to sell or rent out the properties to cover their mortgage payments. And then finally, there were some legal repercussions. Several key players in the scheme were eventually investigated and persecuted for their roles in the fraud. They faced charges of conspiracy, bank fraud, and other related offenses. Now, in one prominent case, a group of investors sued a developer and associated real estate professionals, alleging that they were misled into purchasing condos at inflated prices based on fraudulent appraisals and false promises of high returns. The lawsuit revealed the extent of the fraudulent activities and resulted in several convictions and settlements. Now, the fallout from this scam had long-lasting effects on the Myrtle Beach real estate market. It led to an increased scrutiny of real estate transactions, more stringent appraisal standards, and a greater emphasis on transparency and due diligence in real estate investments. Now, guys, when you send over proof of funds or pre-approval to work with me, because I do require that of all my clients, we make the process simple and easy. I run all your numbers for you, send you all kinds of supporting documentation, and I run comparables for you, the last sales that have happened of similar units in the building, and literally send all that to you in an email once you send me your top 3 listings. So we kind of cover a lot of those bases to make sure that you're not buying or paying too much for a unit. Additionally, more recently, I have had 2 appraisals that have come back very, very low and saved our investors from making purchases of overpriced properties. We had a property that was I think the asking price was $425,000, and sure enough, the appraisal came back at a whopping $340,000. But another appraisal, I forgot exactly where it was priced, but the point was, it too came significantly under the asking price of that property. So it does seem like those strict and stringent rules and repercussions that followed the 2006-2009 issue have made our real estate market a safe place to make purchases. I help investors just like you make those purchases all the time, smiles on our faces, getting deals done, and moving on to the next one. So if you do have questions, I can help expedite this process, make it simple and easy for you. Just give me a call. It's 843-360-1737. If you are an out-of-state investor, if you are a snowbird or retiree, if you are looking for the cheapest oceanfront condo that you're probably going to find in the United States, you found it right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're at the Sea Mist Resort, also known as Beach Life Resort. I do want to let you know, guys, as a first-time investor, it is super simple to expedite your process by working with a solid and professional real estate broker. I'm going to help answer all your questions. I'm going to make the process simple and easy. You're going to text me 1,000 times, email me a bunch, asking me all kinds of questions, calling me day and night is how it works. And we get all your questions answered. So expedite your process by working with somebody that can help you do this super fast. Can make a lot of I can eliminate a ton of your learning curve because we've been on the ground, we've been doing the work, we know the market, we can make it super simple and super easy. Another thing is, I do get a lot of investors that will, have a financial advisor. And I want to say that a financial advisor, yes, you need to listen to their advice for sure. However, if they are not a licensed real estate broker or agent in a specific market, they're not going to have the insight that local agent, the boots on the ground, is going to have. I would tell you to hold their advice in tension with your real estate broker's advice. You have to look at it equally. You have to measure it correctly. If your investor is going, or if your financial advisor is unsure about things, or they're speculating, which is something that definitely happens. I've got real world information. I've got real knowledge right here at my fingertips and data that they don't have access to. Right in our MLS, right here, historical information, tons of information. So yes, you need to listen to your financial advisor for sure. There's no question about it. At the same token, you probably also want to listen to the real estate expert, your local boots on the ground broker, who's going to have advice for you as well. And you want to hold all of that advice in tension and make a sound decision. An example I explained to just another buyer earlier this week on the phone. Basically, guys, anybody can pick up Google and tell you how to have the best vacation in Fiji. But the guy who's lived there all of his life, that's a native, he's going to tell you how to really have an excellent vacation, where to go, where all the best spots are. He's going to know it quite well. And he's going to know it a lot differently than a person that simply Googled where the best vacation spots were in Fiji and wrote you an itinerary. So all that being said, you want to work with the guy who's got boots on the ground. You want to make sure that you're holding the advice of your financial advisor and of your real estate broker. You're giving it the appropriate weight, to each his own. All right, guys, so I have right here on site at Beach Life Resort, Tish and Prince. Now, these are two owners that bought. I was literally out here filming. Tish grabs me and she's like, hey, this is like the cheapest place in the, you were looking
3 years.
3 years. And you were all up and down the East Coast, right?
All up and down the East Coast. Cheapest place, oceanfront, and the improvements they're doing to this place is amazing.
Absolutely.
I feel it's a great investment. I'm going to buy another one. I'm living here, rent one all year round. When they are finished with this place, it's worth so much money.
Absolutely.
I grew up in a real estate family. I was taught, well, this is the place to be. And it's awesome.
Absolutely.
Everyone's so cool.
Yeah, so...
And I agree with her. I'm originally in Northern Virginia. I bought a place here last year. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I got the oceanfront, so it's a direct to oceanfront, and he spoke about the owner, Gary. He's actually my property manager, who basically rents the unit when I'm not here. So it's been a blessing. I had it under 100, just like you said, low 90s, and since it's the tides, it's like the oceanfront, so that comes with a little bit of a direct view. That's why, obviously, it comes to that expense. But it's been good so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. So just tell me a little bit about some of the changes that Gary's making here at Beach Life Resort and kind of how that's played out for you.
Okay. So before I say that, I personally speak to Gary a lot, and from owner's perspective, I'm very, very cautious. I mean, not cautious, but I'm very excited or enthused about what he is doing. One, he has remodeled some of the front desk. Initially, it was just, you know, a bunch of dirty environment where you get in, where the trash chute is. They've moved it to the corner. I also have seen him put vending machines, and he has plans to put like coffee place and whatnot. But one thing that he has done that is good is he's enforced the parking, where if you rent through his management, you get to park for free. So outsiders do not just come take parking spots. And I know that's one of the major difficulties around here. So that's one piece that I think has been a...
He's also put in high-speed internet, right?
Oh, yes, yes. And I'm an IT guy, so high-speed internet is one of my biggest concerns. You can come here, you can work for days. I actually took my laptop and I was on the beach and it still caught the Wi-Fi. So that's how strong it was.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then Tish, you know, any kind of improvements or changes that you've seen?
When I was here shopping, they were installing the new elevators. I'm on the 14th floor.
We'll take that all
Gotta
day long.
have new elevators, okay?
Yep.
New paint in there, carpets. The place is so clean. Now, I've looked at some newer places.
Yep.
And the elevators, the escalators, all with water, you know, mess and people's trash. They mop in here 3 or 4 times a day. It always smells good.
Yep.
Everyone's so nice.
Yep. So guys, where can you go in the U.S. and find an oceanfront condo? I think on average these sell between $93,000 and $96,000.
$80,000. Brand new kitchen, brand new floor,
brand
new paint, brand new furniture.
Yeah, and yours, how much?
I got it, it was 85, but then I had to remodel, you know, just some few stuff, change the carpet, so it came about 90.
Super cool, yeah. So where can you go, guys, and spend $80,000 and $90,000 in the U.S. and get an actual piece of the ocean?
Nowhere.
Right when you walk out on your balcony. Well, you can right here at the Beach Life Resort.
And one more thing, the building is about to be painted to completely separate the look from Sea Mist. I have to say that. Beach Life Resort is a whole new property management, and it's going to be a different entity from Sea Mist, and that is the plan going forward. So there is more improvement coming and better things happening in the future.
Yes. Come live here, you'll love it.
So real quick,
yes.
Sea Mist is one side of the, basically Sea Mist is everything over here. Everything that you see back behind me over there, all that's Sea Mist.
Yeah.
Even across the street over there. That's all Sea Mist. Now, back on this side,
it's all Beach Life Resort, and what makes it a little different is you enter through an elevator with security. And one thing about security is 24/7.
Love them.
And it's not the type of security that you come in, you don't see. They show their presence. You see them at the door. They will sit in front of the monitor when you check in. And after 7 p.m., the doors are locked. If you don't have a code to enter, you cannot get in. So this place is really secure.
Wonderful. Guys, you've heard it from 2 owners right here on site. We spontaneously ran into each other, got to talking, and you've heard it live. If you have questions or want to get in contact with either one of them to ask questions, please reach out to me. Again, my cell phone's 843-360-1737.